Stand Up Nashville, live from Zany. All right, we're having a good time. I like to tell people we're having a good time, you know? I don't like to ask. A lot of comics come out here and they go, "Are we having a good time?" Not me, I can't risk it, you know what I mean? Okay, like to let you know. All right, well, we're pumped. I'm pumped to be here. I went to someone's house the other day, and they asked me to take my shoes off before I came inside, and I hate that, you know? Show up at somebody's house, they're like, "Hey, come on in. You mind taking off your shoes?" I'm like, "Nah, I'll just go home." Like, I wish you'd told me that on the phone. I wouldn't even come over here. I mean, okay, we're having a good time. I like to wave like this. I do this a lot. I like to wave like this at the end of a joke. Just let you know that joke's over. All right. Okay, we're having a good time. I'm happy about the weather. It's cooling down, you know. When it's hot, they have what they call the heat index. You know what that is, the heat index? That's like where the weatherman comes on TV and he says, "Looks like it's going to be 80 degrees tomorrow, but it's going to feel like 100 because of the heat index." I'm like, well, that's pretty convenient, you know. I wish I could use that for things in my life, you know. Like if I'm going to take a girl out on a date and we get back to my car and I'm like, "Listen, I know it looks like I drive a 1992 Ford Tempo. Going to feel like a Ferrari. Because of the heat index." Okay. Or if we're out, we're having some drinks, I'm like, "Listen, I know it looks like I'm trying to get you drunk, but it's going to feel like we're getting to know each other, right?" Okay, because of the heat index. Or if we get back to my place and I'm like, "Listen, I know it looks like I live in a trailer. Going to feel like a double wide. Right? Because of the heat index. And plus, we just got that one window unit, so it's going to be hot in there." I grew up in a trailer park I grew up in, and we had a good time, but the worst thing for me about living in a trailer park was having to write my address down on anything in elementary school, right? Because I didn't become the poor kid till I had to write Lot 8, Moore's Trailer Park, down on my school paperwork, right? All the other kids are like, "Dusty, you live in a trailer?" I'm like, "I don't know why you're so surprised." I mean, my first name is Dusty. And every day I come to school in a NASCAR t-shirt. And my backpack's from the Marlboro catalog. Oh, we're having a good time. That's right, my parents, that's how we did our Christmas shopping, you know? My mom handed me a Marlboro catalog. I circled what I wanted, she started smoking. She's like, "I'll get it. I'll get it." My parents did do a lot of smoking, though. They type of people that smoke with the windows rolled up in the car. They get mad at me when I'd ask to crack a window. I'll be down in the floorboard trying to catch a breath. They're like, "Get up before we wreck. Get back in your car seat." Just kidding. Never had a car seat. You know what I mean? Marlboro didn't make one of those. They were like, "Just lay down back there. They get pulled over, put this blanket on over you." I would like to see a Marlboro brand car seat, though. I think that'd be fun. Instead of a little cup holder, it's got a little ashtray. This comes with a little pacifier. You can just put a cigarette right in, you know. For the baby. Babies get stressed. They got a lot going on. They got teeth coming out, teeth coming in. That's a lot to deal with. We never had the tooth fairy growing up. We had the opposite of the tooth fairy. We just had a guy that would come in, steal your money, and leave teeth. And, you know, we didn't mind, though. We could always use a couple extra teeth, you know? Okay, we're having a good time. I wore a lot of NASCAR t-shirts growing up. There's nothing wrong with wearing a NASCAR t-shirt, but I wore way more than the average person, you know? In fact, anytime I had to dress nice, my mom would just put me in my newest NASCAR t-shirt. I'd be like, "This ain't that nice." She's like, "I know. Tuck it in." Right, because that changes everything, right? You can go from working on the car to church just by tucking it in. My dad still does that. He tucks his shirts in tight, too. Real tight. He'd make a V-neck out of a turtleneck, you know what I mean? Got a t-shirt coming out the bottom of his jeans. Seeing chest hair through the shirt. That's tight. My dad's a big University of Alabama fan, right? And he tucks his shirts in so tight, all you see is university. Like he's just for college. He's not for college, though. My dad made fun of me for reading one time. He was like, no son of mine's going to be reading books. So I quit. I was like, I just hope you don't read report cards, you know? All right, we're having a good time. I am from Alabama, and where I come from, you're either an Alabama fan or you went to college. And, but I didn't go to college, so roll tide. You know what I mean? Okay, we're having a good time. I don't like reading. This is why I don't like to read. When I was a little kid, there was this TV show called Reading Rainbow. You guys remember that show? They had a host on there, a guy named LeVar Burton, trying to get everybody to read books all the time. Then he showed up on Star Trek blind. That's what reading does to you.